Have you ever stared at a photo and thought, if only I'd caught that moment just a fraction sooner, and then felt that familiar pang of regret? What if I told you that there's a camera that promises to erase those regrets, one that seems engineered to never let you miss the magic? Today, we're diving into the upcoming Nikon Z9 II, how it's redefining speed, intelligence, and reliability, and how you can use its deepest potential to tell better stories with your photography and video. Let me walk you through it, and trust me, by the end, you'll be itching to shoot. Imagine you're at a sunrise landscape shoot. The sky goes from inky purple to blazing orange in seconds. Birds scatter, dew glitters, fog curls across the valley floor. You press the shutter, and then you wait. The camera hesitates for a beat, autofocus hunts, lines wobble. That's the moment where the Z9 II promises to shine. It's not just about upgrading your gear, it's about upgrading your trust in the gear. So let's go on a journey together. We'll explore what the Z9 II is supposed to bring to the table, where it might still stumble, and how you can start preparing your eye and technique now, so when that camera arrives, you're ready. To begin, let's talk about the heart, the sensor. Rumors suggest Nikon is packing a 45-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor into the Z9 II. Now, 45 megapixels might seem modest next to competitors pushing 50+ MP, but the magic is in the stacking. Information can move through multiple layers, making readout drastically faster. In practical terms, that means lag nearly vanishes, and rolling shutter distortion is dramatically reduced. Straight lines stay straight, fast-moving subjects aren't smeared, and motion is smoother. It's as if the sensor becomes lightweight, agile, not just high resolution. Because speed is as valuable as detail. But a sensor without a brain is just dead hardware. That's where the rumored X-Speed 8 processor comes in. If the earlier XE7, in the original Z9, felt like a solid desktop CPU, the X-Speed 8 is intended to feel like a supercomputer. Beyond raw speed, it's expected to run AI models in parallel, recognizing subjects, predicting motion, adjusting exposure intelligently in real time. It's the kind of computational assist we've seen trickle into smartphone cameras, now magnified across a full-frame Pro system. Let me tell you a story. A wildlife shooter in the Arctic is filming migratory geese. In plain light, the goose wings blur into a wash of feathers. But with high readout speed plus predictive algorithms, the camera anticipates wing motion and locks focus in mid-cycle. Suddenly those feather tips are sharp. That's more than processing, it's co-creativity between human and machine. All that power is useless without flexibility in how you record. Rumors point toward 8K video across multiple frame rates, 24, 25, 30, 50, 60, and a jaw-dropping 4K at 240 frames per second for ultra-slow motion. Imagine capturing the splash of a drop hitting water in perfect slow motion, or a skateboard trick suspended midair with crisp detail. And it's said to be internal, 10-bit, no need for external recorders or cables. For documentary shooters or solo creators, that's freedom, lighter rigs, simpler workflows, fewer points of failure. Autofocus is often the heartbreaker in challenging conditions, low light, rapid movement, cluttered backgrounds. Rumors are that the Z9 II will deploy autofocus trained on millions of images, wildlife, humans, vehicles, shifting focus not just in reaction, but in anticipation. I remember watching a football match where a player darts behind a cluster of players. In traditional AF, the camera would panic, lose track, refocus. With predictive focus, it knows where the subject is heading and stays locked. That kind of trust transforms how you shoot under pressure. But performance isn't only about internal guts. Comfort matters. Many pros complained the original Z9 was powerful but heavy. Nikon is reportedly dropping weight via refined magnesium alloy construction, redesigning the grip so buttons fall naturally under your fingers. You want to feel extension, not burden. For long assignments, that difference is the difference between joy and fatigue. Then there's the usability features, a fully articulating rear LCD, finally. Nikon users begged for it for years. You want to vlog yourself, shoot over crowds, film from waist level in street scenes, those angles become possible without gimmicks. The rear screen gives your eye the flexibility your body can't always provide. Storage and cards. To back all this, rumors suggest dual CFexpress Type B slots, high bandwidth, right speeds that keep up even during bursts. No buffer stalls, no waiting for storage to catch up. And connectivity is rumored to be bold, real 5G wireless built in, not just Wi-Fi. Imagine shooting on location and uploading full images or even videos instantly to a client's server or newsroom. It redefines your workflow. Your camera becomes not just a capture tool, but a communication device. That said, speaking of ideals and reality, let's not blind ourselves to the risks. History has taught us that specs on a roadmap sometimes fall short in real-world testing. Heat, battery life, media compatibility, firmware bugs, these are the ghosts that haunt early adopter reviews. The Z9 II could be brilliant, but only if Nikon delivers stable firmware, solid support, and good user experience. So where do you, as a creator, start preparing now? First, master your timing. Practice reading light changes, pre-anticipating motion, visualizing sequences. Let the camera do the heavy lifting, but you stay the visionary. Second, upgrade your lenses, cards, and ergonomics, be ready to match the body's promise. Third, stay informed. Watch real user reviews, test firmware updates, and be ready to iterate your workflow. Visually, imagine the Z9 II as a co-pilot. You steer the story, and it keeps the craft steady even through turbulence. The symbiosis is what elevates your craft from recording moments to inviting audiences in. Let me close with this: I believe the Nikon Z9 II, if it lives up to the hype, will be a watershed, not just an upgrade. It could shift how pros and enthusiasts alike conceive speed, reliability, and creative freedom. But you, the shooter, still hold the vision, and training your eye, refining your instincts, understanding storytelling, that remains your core power. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.